Good evening, everybody. Welcome to ZSR2 and welcome to a beautiful Sunday. It's a quiet weekend on ZSR. It's a... how do I put it? It's a really chill weekend on ZSR, one that everybody probably needed. It's been a few intense months and weeks. So we are glad to be here either way with the TMCR weekly race. And it's a big one. We actually didn't have a TMCR race this big in a while, 6 races. But here we are. We're featuring Bluesy, and we are featuring Neon Cat, and on commentary today is Hendris, supported by Nimbus for the tracking. Take it away, Hendris, it's all yours.
Hello, welcome. Yeah, we're gonna be a bit more chill today. We're gonna have a small race with like 2 combatants, Nyankato and Bluesy. And we're gonna have that really comfortable Pokemon Emerald music patch installed. Yeah, what's there to say? These are the current race settings, which will also be used for, get this, tournament. We have actually decided to start preparation on the new tournament. It will start sometime in August. And we have decided that it will be a race settings tournament, which means we'll have open fusions, Root Mania, obscure spots. We have an element check on Bluesy's side. No D-put and no palette and no droplets. So we're not gonna see, well, we are hopefully not gonna see Octo today. But that is a good confirmation that, oh boy, we do need those kinstones. Bluesy doing a double check there. Well, Kato has already picked up the bow from the Rupee Cave alongside, I think, was it a real mushroom or was it a trap? It was a real mushroom, even better. And the spin attack. So, with the mushroom in hand, they can probably check. Well, okay. First, they're gonna go to Eastern Hills and check the beanstalk there. So, yeah, where was I? Tournament, right. We've decided to start preparation for the tournaments and also start working on the seedings for the tournament, which will, in part, be determined by the race time leaderboard. And for that occasion, for the first time in 2.5 years, we're actually resetting the leaderboards on race time. So unfortunately, everyone has to kiss their race time score goodbye. Because, well, we do have a couple of inactive people very high on leaderboard, and we don't want those to influence the seeding. Yeah, they're both doing stuff in town right now. With the bottle, they can douse a few fires. But I don't know if it's going to be that helpful for them, because, well, they're still lacking access to any of the Minish houses or Minish locations. They really threw today. A snapshot taken for the leaderboard. No, but Myth should still have that somewhere in his mod view. So I'm sure that either Myth or Mike can still view it. Yeah, as Nimbus says. Right, Kato is waking up the sleeping cobbler. And Bluesy's they're both so thorough. I did not expect that. Usually people would just zoom past town and go on and do, I don't know, tingle trees. Maybe it's the anticipation for the seeding races that they really want to win today. And that's the Jabbernet. Is that access? That is access to Deepwood for them. And that's the White Sword. God, I'm getting very heavy flashbacks from one of the earlier seeds we've played this month, last month. Bluesy, can you do stuff? Can you even do stuff here? You can't, can you? Nope, he can't. Kind of setting up a quick warp. Is he going for... Ah, right, Switchblade 2. Both of them are so thorough. What's wrong today? So, they are in quite a bit of a pickle right now. They do have the jab on it, but deepwood is not required. So they really don't want to go there. Let's see where they're heading towards next. Blizzy is definitely doing the tingle trees. We had an instance of tingle trees having the gust jar like a year ago, spawning a nifty meme. Let's see if that's still the case. If the gust, so what I'm currently thinking is that some people in this race, they will skip the tingle trees in favor for deepwood. So no letting gust jar, no bombs means, yeah, they can't do much in deepwood. That's right. Luckily we don't have... Okay, that's access to Western Woods. So much for that. Yeah, this is not good. This is... Okay, so this is one of my seeds again. And the last seed we had was a turbo jet seed, which also gave them like sub 7 minutes access to Western Woods. This feels like last week. This feels not good. Oh boy. Let's see what Western Woods has in store for us. Maybe we're all just being paranoid and maybe Western Woods has like jack all for us. There's still hope, you know. Hope for a truly terrible sea. God damn it. That is not yet access to Cave of Flames. They still can't scale the building. Yeah, Edu, I think I just lost my... Yeah, no. I just lost my... Yeah, access to Fountain. Oh, that's Fountain. We're gonna have a funny fountain, do we? They can't do anything in Castle Wilds. Let's see if the Beanstalk has something for them. Triple Dipping Fountain would be amazing. I'm feeling fairly well. I'm thoroughly caffeinated. Let those be traps, let those be traps. God damn it. God damn it. Okay. Right, flippers. Those unlock quite a bit of anything everywhere. And the Ocarina unfortunately makes it quite a bit easier to get around. Which is, you know, not good for us. Well, it's good for them, but not good for us. I'm feeling okay, it's just that I did not expect another... Yeah, I did not expect another, like, early or easy start to the seed. I would have expected, you know, an Ocarina somewhere in Palace. Yeah, just a bit of disappointment. That came for Kato. Oops. Oh, okay. Right. Kato's not gonna... Yeah. Take that, Gastja. Not today. Oopsie. Let's see. Yeah, I'm totally just curious to see what the others are doing. Blizzy is probably gonna get the boost checks out of Logic, while Kato is actually preparing to go to Fountain. Ooh! Hui! Huh. Yeah, looks like Kato is actually going to go to Fountain. He doesn't have the bracelets, so there's no risk of forgetting about Dr. Left's attic. On Lucy's side, on the other hand, we can see an Azumarill on ice. With no cape and without the boots, it's not that easy actually navigating this space here. It's a bit finicky, and Minish Cap's ice physics are notoriously bad. Yeah, I think bad is the appropriate word for this one. Up, and they're also gonna peek the house from behind. Woohoo! Okay, that's another spin scroll. That's handy for them. Let's see. Yeah, we. Let's see. What can I do? So Bluesy is definitely looking at. Ooh. Okay. Question: do you do Octo? Probably not. But do you do? Yeah, that's out of logic. Lamp. You're right. That's out of logic. So the lamp is locked by the boots, meaning that you would need to have the boots to get into their folds. Meaning the boots can't be in their folds. Yeah. Oh, right, no, Octo. So the boots can't be in their folds. Boots can't be, well, in droplets. In case there would have been a cape somewhere. Boots can't be in Dampe, unfortunately. Yeah. Maybe we'll find them here in droplets, who knows? Like in the other half. We all have seen people pull out some soggy boots out of the lake. So Bluesy, on his way to the Atlantis spots here, might be picking up boots, who knows? And cape. Bump backs. Okay, now we can do Octo. But will we do Octo? That's an entirely different question. I fear I've rolled yet another jet seat. Which... why me? I was supposed to roll the bad seeds, not the good ones. This is bad practice. Bad practice for the tournament. Yeah, that's Stand Up Kingston. Nope. Did Lucy forget something? Huh. Oh, look, gosh, on DLC. Ah, that's true, yeah. Fingers crossed, I suppose, then? Okay, looks like Droplets is, Bomb City, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that idea. I really hope that there's, like, something bad here. There's gotta be, like, a real stinker in this seat. Right? Right? Oh boy. So, what can be annoying? We already have, I think, 2 books. So, Yalawi might throw a wrench into things. We've got, there's nothing in shop. so we don't have to concern ourselves with wallets, unfortunately. We could have some really stupid swords somewhere. Is that the bomb back? Yeah, we need all the kinstones. Chasing kinstones across the map? Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, and the Gasha can be literally anywhere. Just because it locks such a low amount of spots. Which is good for us, bad for them. Kato in their faults. Dizzy as well. So they're all really, they both cast on Percy. Let's see. Is Bluesy doing? Yeah, Bluesy does Percy. It's Huffpuff that doesn't do Percy. Speaking of which, Huffpuff has joined us for another race. It's been, I don't know, half a year. But they're back. Back and probably angry at Nesman. Let's see. Where are they going? London Port has... Ooh, dog food. Guess some Fifi. Oh, I'm getting a lot of... Hang on. Yeah, just a lot of push notifications. Because of the Morrowind 20th anniversary. And I'm part of a couple of Discord servers that pull out and add everyone for it. Let's see. Bluesy on his way to Minish Woods, while Kato goes to drop it without the lantern. Because remember, kids, the lantern is out of logic. I love the traps. The traps have been good so far. Maybe too few jinxes, but that's something that can definitely be improved upon. Okay. Bluesy could do Cave of Flames right now. He has access to... Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's got element access. With the bottle. We've got Kane and the bombs. Yeah, let's see where Kato's going with that. They're both missing the Gastja, so we can't really have a vanilla, like, right path. Problem? Heart of Skinstone. We already know about that one. Bluesy is currently treading new ground in Minish Woods. Maybe even be dipping into Deepwood, although I doubt it. That's not a bottle. Let's see if Lucy's gonna go to Deepwood. He does have access to it. Nope. There's the boots. So now Lamp is in logic. That's a baby seed. Boo! What's up with all those baby seeds recently? I just have boots and Minish loop. Ugh. Where's the good stuff? Waiting for the mean locations. It seems that Lucy agrees with me. Getting people used to baby seeds before the bad seeds come in August. Ah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I think we might have Henny rolling a few of them. Henny has proven himself a valuable asset when it comes to seed rolling. Maybe he's been pulling a Poogle, robbing me of my bad luck. Which would certainly explain a couple things. Sweepies. After Minish Woods though, where do you go next? Nope. Yeah, Cave Flames is a safe call here. You already have everything you need to make it kinda quick. You could be waiting for your Grip Ring, but at this point, Grip Ring might be in Cave of Flames, who knows? See? Kato's got the right idea. That looks like a Quennel play if I've ever seen one. Yep, Quennel. Either that or Caster. Nope, Quennel, good. No! That's another Caster. Is that also a trap? No, boo! Yeah. Man, I feel like it feels like I've lost my groove. A Throne of the Emperor's groove. Truly baby seed. Yeah, what's next? Sword in Flames. I should not be jinxing. Should be jinxing things. Midsummer bad. Yeah. Where would bad be? Bad would be Fortress. Fortress Mids. Yeah, that sounds good. Fortress Mids, and then the final cut-up Kinstone in. Let's say Shorn Cave. I like Shorn Cave. Okay, Bluesy taking the... I thought, yeah, Bluesy, you don't need to do Deepwood. You can head to Quennel. I think he was just thinking about chasing progression. Oh. So much for that. He's gonna take those boots to Caster. I think. Yeah. Even equipping the bow as like a yeah, okay, you need to go here. Yeah. There's beam. That's score number 5. Another bump back. Where? Didn't pay attention. Kato? Probably, I don't know. There's Tartarus number 2. And the Call of Metal in Lower Quennel. I think we did peek Karloff earlier, but it didn't really have anything too interesting. At least on the, on the visible spot there. Yeah, it was a red rupee. Ooh! Kato, on the other hand, finding the blue sword. That unlocks Jack all for him right now. Like, 0. Missing the Waveforce Kinstone for, well, Waveforce and Palace. Missing the mitts for the Tome Pillar. And missing Boots and Graveyard Key for Graveyard. Yeah, I can do the entrance of our valley. So, what? 1, 2... 2 checks? 4. No. So, you do need to have the mitts for that. The one check in town, the Town Pillar, it's kind of a combination lock. So you need to activate both the mitts lock switch, but also the blue sword lock switch and the cape or flippers lock switch. You need to push both into the respective holes so that you can pull the statue above them. Right, so Kato is now in Cave of Flames. Without the moments, there's not that much to be done in Malawi's mines right now. Yeah, so the shield opens up 2 checks for them right now. 1 in Twilby and 1 in Quennel. Unfortunately, it's going to be very lame. So, one thing that we had a couple of times was the shield in Cave of Flames, but the cape in Twilby. It has happened like 2 times, I think. And it was both times hilarious, because people would not do... They wouldn't bail for the scraps. So they did Gleerock. Then went... So they went through the vanilla... They went through the lava basement the vanilla way. And then they picked up the cape afterwards, which was always amazing. And there's a snake blocking Bluesy's path. Bluesy's actually going for hiking. There's Caster 1. I think the first one we've actually seen so far. In Cave of Flames. Which is a bit on the boring side because it's required. But yeah, so Kato is showing off the reason why the cape is so useful. Anything good? Okay. If those weren't boots locked, or party boots locked, that'd be funny. That'd be really funny. Please is on 5 scrolls, so he can't have a chat with Great Uncle Herbert just yet. Right, yeah, looks like Lucy is just completely following progression here. With the boots, he's heading towards Courtyard. He's still putting off Quennel, which I don't know if I would agree with that. That's too quiet. You kind of want to do, you want to do it. You want to do it. Do it. Meanwhile, Kato's getting zapped over in Quennel, in Cave of Flames. Yeah, so Bluesy's listening Bluesy's listening to Myth too much. However, Myth's little quirk with Cave of Flames on Quennel in particular is that he does the wrong call every time there is not an element in Quennel. If there's one, usually he's on the right side of things, which admittedly is very boring. Kind of showing us the spin strat for the mini-boss fight, picking up the graveyard key. Oh, if he only had boots and lamp. And yeah, so if Lucy goes to actually do Quennel next, hopefully, he'll be zooming straight through Cave of Flames and then going to go to Graveyard. Come on, Lucy. Lucy, no. Oh well, okay. It's gonna take us a couple more seconds to actually see some more stuff in Cave of Flames, as there's a bit of a drought between mini-boss and next checks. It's gonna pick up that heart piece. There we go, now he's on 10 hearts, now he can check Waveblade. Oh boy, the Wallabites. Yeah, we all just hate them. Oh, where's it going? Oh, right, yeah, Western Woods. There we go. Now he's finally onto Quennel. Let's see if he skips lower Quennel, or if he actually does the things. Oh, I mean, he has to do lower Quennel either way. We're still missing the grip ring, so that's kind of needed. Okay, time for the lava basement. One of the more tech denser locations in Cave of Flames here. Can't pick up the Force Sword. That's boring. Yeah, baby seed. Boo! Absolute baby seed. What are we actually missing? We're missing a Mitz, we're missing Grip Ring, Baleful Kinstone, and 4 plus 2, that's 6. With 9 items from Gun Mode already. Yeah, and just Jar and Force Sword. Ugh. Would you... You. You hate to see it. At least we're getting a proper compass in the blade chest, not a Dax compass. There's another bomb back for Lucy, so you are right, Kato did get another bomb back. Yeah, I really should have put the Force Sword somewhere better. Like, I don't know. Green Chew would have been... Blue Chew would have been fun. Not even just Green Chew. Yeah. I don't know, I feel like I've lost my magic, which is very sad. Very sad indeed. There's Call of Metal. We still haven't checked that one. And Bluesy will be picking up his blue sword. Don't quick walk away, no Bluesy. You need to actually scale that mountain. You need to get the element off of the... not the top of the mountain, but the bowels of the mountain. We don't really know how deep into Quennel Cave of Flames extends. Considering it's just, what, 2 floors? Not that deep, probably, but it's deep enough for like lava to rise. The hub, maybe. The heart? Which heart? Oh, the hearth. I think we've already seen back of hearth. Oh, Quennel. The heart of Quennel. Ooh, yeah, the heart sounds better. It's really weird. Usually with almost all Zelda games, the fire temple is on top of the mountain, or also in the bowels. With Ocarina of Time's fire temple, well, it was literally in the crater, wasn't it? We don't really have a crater in Quennel though. Maybe that's a nod towards Spectacle Rock from Zelda 1. Who knows? Is this a reference to Spectacle Rock? There's a digging cave, but level 9 was on the right rock. Or cliff. Mountain, I don't know. I hope that with the new, with the Breath of the Wild sequel, we'll be actually getting like proper bigger dungeons. Maybe ones as big as Spectacle Rock, because I do love me a big dungeon. That's something that I've kind of started to appreciate more slowly as I've grown a bit older. Bigger dungeons are epic. Although not necessarily, because I mean it's always a bit, it's a weird back and forth. You want the dungeon to be big and imposing and epic, but you also don't want the dungeon to overstay its welcome. Similar to the Soul Can in Skyrim, for example. The Soul Can overstayed its welcome quite a while, and they've forgotten that kind as well. Just because those two dungeons had very bombastic first halves, but very lackluster second halves. I guess that's something with like a proper dramaturgical curve. But Minish Cap's dungeons are short and sweet, to be honest. Droplins is maybe a bit on the longer side with its climb to the second, with its path to the second lever. But that's really just a couple of puzzles so that the player understands what the lamp can and can't do, to be honest. Yeah, Blizzy is actually bailing for Waveblade here. What is he hoping to get? Equipping? Let's see. Oh, Kato's doing salmon here. Okay, what do these two lads have in store for us? Waveblade only has a green rupee. And Kato with the great spin, but without long spin, unfortunately, is making quick work of the levers here. One being very sneaky. Yeah, keep it for all three then. Yeah, you're right. The Capcom dungeons really excel in teaching the player what your item can and can't do, and they don't overstay their welcome. Yeah, no, I think I just like to lose myself in large ruins and whatnot, but it's probably easier to do that in 3D Zeldas than 2D Zeldas, just because 2D Zeldas have the caveat of, it's you can see the dungeon for what it really is. That is like a just a set of rooms, honestly. With the top-down view, something that doesn't really come across that well. It's just the sheer scale of dungeons. For example, one dungeon that I love to always just put on a higher pedestal when it comes to like scale and just sheer size is Stone Tower Temple from Majora's Mask, since it's literally a big mountain but you can also just turn upside down, and I do love that idea that you can just turn the entire thing upside down. Also, it's got an amazing theme. Let's see, other dungeons that excel in providing scope and scale. The Divine Beasts come to mind, although those lacked a bit of a defining feature, really. Yeah, you can tilt them, and each Divine Beast had a different little gimmick to it, where you had to manipulate its position or its something within it. Oh my god, we're gonna look the settings on another. Yeah, no, Twilight Princess did that a lot. And while it helps to familiarize yourself with a dungeon, it also just yeah, it's basically a trend born out of the inherent Metroidvania design of Zelda dungeons. When you think about it, Twilight Princess's small rooms, Twilight Princess's dungeons are, as Francois says, one big hub room, and then just a lot of side things that just unlock one after another. Which is also often the case with different Metroidvanias, similar, like, I don't know, Hollow Knight or in the Bad Forest, for example, or just, heck, Metroid, where you've got one giant dungeon or map, I suppose, and different corridors and sets of rooms just unlock after getting one or two more items, for example. I think you can do that like once or twice per game, but not every dungeon. Just because it kind of becomes stale after your second or third exposure to it. What I do love about huge dungeons is just that maybe not necessarily one giant hype room, but just you have a lot of different paths that you can take. And ideally these should branch off into smaller parts, which will then just give you like keys and doors, just to make a dungeon feel truly labyrinthian, as that's kind of the goal behind these dungeons. The dungeons kind of want... So, the dungeons want the player to feel lost without them being lost, if that makes sense. The player should know where they are, but they should only have a vague idea of where to go next. At least that's the appeal that they've been going for with the last couple Zelda games. With the main hub, for example, with the hub room layout. Usually the door right at the end of the big hub room, that's the boss door usually. The player knows where to eventually go. It's just that the path that's kind of unclear. I feel like the Fire Temple in Ocarina of Time also did this fairly well. They showed you where you to go, and then they just made you go into the entirely different direction to solve puzzles and go adventuring over there. And after you're done with the temple, you hop down and boom, you're in the right position, and you can actually do the... You can just hop over to the final boss door. That was a neat touch. Yeah. Let's see what else did I love. Okay, this is decisive. Or divisive, but I adored the Temple of the Ocean King from Phantom Hourglass. I love mega dungeons. They... yeah, it was great. Maybe it was a bit too repetitive. Not really. So, one of the things that people usually critique about the Temple of the Ocean King is that it became a bit repetitive, which they've kind of tried to fix with the Spirit Tower in Spirit Tracks, or is it the Spirit Tower? Tower of Spirits? Something like that. They've tried to fix that with Spirit Tracks and its checkpoints, but they've overdone it. I feel like the Temple of the Ocean King is like one of the best dungeon designs that they've gotten on. Yeah, maybe it had a bit too many shortcuts, or maybe, not really. No, the shortcuts were actually really good. Come to think of it. Okay, granted, I haven't played Phantom Hourglass in 3 years, perhaps. But from what I can remember, each time you entered or you re-entered the Temple of the Ocean King, you had different items, and each different item would get you a different shortcut. So let's say that the boomerang gave you a small shortcut, whereas the grappling would give you like a huge shortcut for the first couple rooms. Which meant that each different area had, depending on where you were in the game, it had a different way of traversing it, or a different ideal way of traversing it, which I really liked. Also, large dungeon, time stuff, good, I liked it. Madame's boss fight was a bit, Seedbin. Seedbin really baby, very baby seed. Yeah, exactly. The shortcuts were very much appreciated. I'm kind of hoping for a Mega Dungeon in the new Zelda game. Who knows? Yeah, Mega Dungeons are cool. I also really enjoyed Blackreach in Skyrim, which also was a bit of a Mega Dungeon. Just because it was so big. I think the only thing that Blackreach in and of itself lacked was just a way for the player to quest and store items. But that's Skyrim, not Zelda. Let's see, what other dungeons were there that were really memorable? I'm currently trying to go through each Zelda game that I've played. I've played almost every Zelda game apart from Triforce Heroes and Four Swords and Four Swords Adventures. But it's been a hot while since I've played Link to the Past, Link Between Worlds, and Skyward Sword. Let's see. I feel like the dungeons of Wind Waker were always a bit on the linear side. You rarely had branching paths, and the backtracking was a bit too easy because you kind of just ended up being where you needed to be. The player really just had to understand the dungeon's layout. Oh! Kato's gonna fall for it! Kato is gonna fall for the boots! You know where the boots are? Boots are in Minish village. I think, were they? No, hang on. No, the boots were in Minish village. Yeah, they were. Oh, sucks for Kato. Yeah, coming back to the race for just a tiny bit. Lucy can do Graveyard. Kato can't do Graveyard, well, not the entirety. They're kind of just zigzagging over Cross and Quennel, doing checks here and there. We haven't really seen anything too good apart from the bow on the scrub here, which unfortunately means that we have no required light arrows. Lantern. Lantern was out of logic for... Oh yeah, Lucy did finish, yeah. So Lantern was out of logic. It's in Lake Boots checks. So for Kato to get to Graveyard, he needs to go to Minish Village, grab the boots, and then do Lake Boots checks. Lucy did those out of logic, since we had a very early Ocarina, like 7 minutes Ocarina. Which made quick warping a bit easier, unfortunately. I know, very boring, very baby seed. But yeah, Kato getting the very convenient Gastja, unfortunately. Yeah, I feel like I've just lost my touch, man. Right, yeah. Wind Waker's dungeons were a bit too linear for my taste. Spectacle Rock was cool. Although I didn't really like the idea of Spectacle Rock having you go out to fetch a key. I mean, you did get... Hey, look at that! Speaking of keys, that's not on key. That's the wrong key, buddy. Jumper having a graveyard, a hard piece. There we go. Ugh. Yeah, they still need four kinstones. That's right. And well, the mids. We do have required Gordon, so we do need the mids for him. Kato's gonna pick up the boots in just a second though. And he's gonna hate himself for this easy check. 5, can't count. 5? 3, 1. No, 4. They both have... Oh, right, they have faults. Yeah, you kinda keep forgetting about... Yeah, but... Okay, fair enough. We both can't count. Let's just agree on that. They haven't done Octo yet, no. Octo is not required today. Which means they will do their damnedest to avoid him. Oh, her, I suppose. Thanks to the fandom, Octo is indeed female. Yeah, I doubt they're gonna do... Oh look, Kato's in Deepwood, picking up the digging butterfly. Too bad we don't have the moments, do we? I shouldn't be talking so loud. They're probably here somewhere. But yeah, there's an element on the king. So we've got no random items anymore in... Well, we kind of know that both items in here are small keys, so that's a bit boring. Bluesy doing the... swiping alongside with the music. This is the Suitopolis theme, right? I'm not sure. No, it's Evergrande. Evergrande City? Suitopolis? Oh, it's been too long. I need to replay Gen 3. I think this is Suitopolis, right? Yeah, this is Suitopolis. Yeah. Oh, it took me ages to get all the English names down and dusted. I'm still a bit rusty on the Kanto city names, as well as Johto, but I kind of know all the Hoenn English names by now. It's like, Mids and Deepwood. I mean, yeah, okay, that's good. That's a not nice occasion. But it should have been in the second half. Oh, ugh, you. Yeah, no, because all the Pokemon, at least in Germany, yeah, the French legend 3 times. I think I kind of know every video right now, but about this time I played a bit of Gen 3. Well, I mean, I've played a lot of it. And I just have to say that some of the translated names, be they German, for example, really on the difficult side. So, Suitopolis in German is what's it called? Xenoroville, for some reason. They actually put an X in there. I don't know why. Percy gave 2 full outs. Yeah, see, Percy's love. Unfortunately, Redfit has Jack all for us. Okay, there's just a blue rupee on the KF25 check. And Kato is buffering. Is it just my end that Kato is buffering? Kato has not... Okay, hang on, just... hang on, I'm quickly gonna reload the... Uh-oh. Kato's streamer is not showing up. Oh, no he is. Okay, no it is. Good. Tracker's connected. Good. Right, they're synchronizing now. At least for me. Oh yeah, moments were in first half of Deepwood, so nothing too exciting. You know, it's still a bit of a not nice location because Deepwood, non-required dungeon, but it should have been the second half, honestly. Actually surprised by Kato's tenacity here. Maybe it'll net him another kinstone in somewhere here. See. Have we seen? I think we've already seen. Yeah, I think we've already seen the garden here. Oh, yeah. Also, there we go. That looks good, and Kato as well. Good. Yeah, nothing too exciting in Deepwood apart from, well, moments. Has Kato not done... Oh, Kato hasn't done the back yet. I think this only will net him a bottle. Fifi with the insult and the curses. That looks like Lucy is going to return to droplets. Huh. Would you really go to droplets in favor of graveyard? Oh, no, never mind. He's already done graveyard. Okay, never mind. What else were we? What were we talking about? Right, dungeon layouts and good dungeon design. Let's see, what's a good dungeon design that I can't remember from the top of my head? What's a memorable dungeon for me? I like the setting of the Tower of the Gods in Wind Waker. Although it was a bit on the tedious side with the statues. It was a very slow-paced dungeon. I feel like I just really like dungeons that have like a lot of layers and floors. Tower of the Gods, Tower of... Stone Tower Temple, Dungeon of the Ocean King, or Temple of the Ocean King. Spirit Temple also a bit... Okay, hands down, Spirit Tracks had the best companion. Zelda as a companion was amazing, and she ranks far above Midna. And that's a hill that I will die on. Have we actually seen the second half of Droplets yet? I don't think we have we? Yeah, they were great dungeons. I love them. I think Kato picked up the wrong tile? Was it the right tile? Didn't pay attention. We're about to see. But Silver Malawi's Mines had nothing good, really. 2-time podcasting. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll try my best, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know. I just really like the whole dynamic between Zelda and Link in Spirit Tracks. Just because it actually gives Zelda a proper personality. We kind of got like little bits and bobs of Zelda's personality across Zelda games. She was really cautious and serious in Twilight Princess, responsible and everything. A bit more on the playful side in Skyward Sword. You could unlock her personality in Breath of the Wild. There's the way Fortune Stone in Droplets. But something that Zelda rarely had was a real character arc. We had a bit of character development with Tetra in Zelda in Wind Waker. But once Tetra transformed into Zelda, she just became another token princess that you had to save and rescue. She kind of lost her spunk. Like, Tetra was a great character. She had spunk, she had guts. She was a pirate captain. And then she transformed into Zelda and went back to boring princess mode. Whereas Zelda in Spirit Tracks, we still see a bit of that spunk. That curiosity. But she's also a sheltered scaredy cat. And over the course of the game, she actually learns to deal with that role and actually what would you call it? Challenge this like role of the princess in need. For example, when you first get the spirit train or the ghost train, I don't know. When you first get that train in Spirit Tracks, and you send up the spirit temple or the spirit tower, Zelda goes like, okay, yeah, you go here, I'll wait, because that is, that's kind of what princesses do. And then she goes along with you and she helps you, and she is loving it. She's maybe a bit scared of the mice, but she is so ready to kick ass alongside the player, and I love that. Linebacker was a great character. First of all, I love his theme. Lineback's theme is amazing. He just starts out as this like really full of himself captain that's really a scaredy cat, and he's trying his best to hide it. And at the start, he really doesn't really like Link. He only sees Link as means to an end, with that end being gold. But Link grows on him, and Lineback grows on us. You're clever. You did miss, well, an hour. You're missing a baby seed. So, baby seed. There's Downthirst for Kato. I hope you're sticking around for the other weeklies though. Clever. We're gonna kickstart the next tournament soonish, and we've decided to factor in the leaderboards into the seedings. It is a seed. It is a seed of me. It's one of my seeds, but so far it's a baby seed, and I do not like that. Yeah, this seed is a baby seed. We're an hour in, and we already have like this full of inventory. This is a absolute baby seed. We're only really missing like kinstones, and chances are we're gonna find them in Vale Falls. That's the Alawi axis. Yeah, it's really just. I'm sick. Maybe I've hit my head somewhere really hard. I don't know. I do have that uncanny ability to just, I don't know, hurt myself somewhere. So I could have just hit my head and all that bad luck just escaped. It's like reverse horseshoe theory, really. Yeah, and it's Henny stealing Ganondorf's power. Yeah, so Henny and I share the same first name. Generous. Maybe I'm not Hendris. Maybe I'm not Hendris. Who knows? Maybe the real Hendris is still at home and not on campus. I don't know, playing Pokemon and what did I do last year? Actually drawing shit. I was trying to get better at concept art, but somehow I've kind of slid into the role of a writer, and I have no idea how that happened. And maybe it's been affecting me. Who knows? Right, we've got Bluesy now in Suez, and Kato's stream is still buffering. Maybe it's on his. It's probably on his end. Since I've only really seen Kato buffer and not like the restream itself. Kato's stream is free. Is it for me? Do I have? Nah, huh. Okay, then it's just for me. Oopsie. Okay, no clue why. But my connection is fairly stable. I'm using the dormitory internet, so maybe got some spikes here or there. I don't know. But I think as long as I'm fairly well, as long as my voice isn't breaking up, it should be fine. Kato's about to check. Kato's gonna get the lamp. Finally, Kato gets the lamp. He's had access. Well, he's had out of logic access for it like for almost an hour now. Lucy picked up the lamp 8-9 minutes into the seat. Now we're really just hoping for the gripping somewhere, right? Let's see. What can we do? If I were grouping, where would I be? I would be in Bay Falls, perhaps? Very convenient Bay Falls checks? Maybe in Cave 25? Well, speaking of Bay Falls, Bluesy has an idea. Oh, Kato did turn. Okay. Kato did Cave 25. So not there. Bay Falls? Yeah, you saw K25, I did not. I wasn't paying attention again. We've seen... Well, we haven't seen Green Shoe. We haven't seen Octo. Haven't seen Blue Shoe. Perhaps Waveblade? No, Waveblade, but Critical Herbert, sorry. Sulfate the First, that's his face. Not here. There's still a check left, Bluesy. Oh, you can't check that, right? No moments. Half Edge. We haven't seen Half Edge. Have we? No, I don't think we have. Kato just got the lamp. Yeah, see, and because it's on the Hender's Ledge, they don't get their coupon here. We've seen Yalari. We haven't seen Anju. Ooh. Good coupon would be at Kakos. Kakos. Bluesy actually probably doesn't have that much left. I'm trying to think of like any locations that Bluesy hasn't done yet, any major ones. But I'm drawing blanks right now. Yeah, it depends on the grouping, I guess. Yeah, Lucy hasn't been in Fountain yet. Maybe before it's still somewhere in the Minish Woods. Wait, Kato hasn't done the Minish digging checks, has he? he just bailed out of Minish Woods the backside way. Baby seed. Last location grip ring. It's still a, even with last location grip ring, it's still a baby seed. They had access to Western Woods 5 minutes in. They had their ocarina 7-8 minutes in. Cape was in Robert's first path. Yeah, this is what I mean with baby seed. All the nice items are somewhere easy. And I don't like that. Items need supposed to be hard. And then Gusha, yeah, exactly. So, Gusha. Northern Highway in Minish Woods North Heart Piece. Four Sword. Cave of Flames. Required Dungeon. Very boring. Very boring indeed. No, Clever. I mean, if you would have joined us today, you would have gotten one of these seeds. Yes, of course it's your fault. Because you are not part of this. We have 6 people in the race. We've got Bluesy, we've got Nesman, we've got Kato, we've got Ogni, we've got Romstein, and then the surprise combo breaker, Huffpuff. Huffpuff is back. Can you believe it? Let's get some for Kato. Yeah, I think we've already seen that one. Yeah, the way forward is concerned. Bluesy has had that one for 10 minutes now. Bluesy is going to pick up the moments here though. We need to see if Bluesy will actually leave after getting the moments in the first half, or if he'll stick around to get a grand total of nothing. Let's see. I think these checks, yeah, we've seen the checks that Kato is just checking. We've seen them from Blizzy, and we've seen Blizzy's checks from Kato. So they're really just going back and forth, which means that we have more opportunities to talk about dungeon design. Let's see, where were we? I think last time we left off, we talked about Lineback. He's a good character. And I feel like the plot twist that Balam's last phase is just him possessing Lineback was a nice touch. But Balam felt fairly weak, to be honest. I don't know, I would have imagined him to be a bit more, not intimidating, but just bigger and badder. Since you're kind of getting some... so, the themes of Phantom Hourglass start out as this, second generation type of vibe. With the with Oshis. At least at first appearing as some sort of older adventurer who tried to defeat Balam but failed. And Link is now stepping in his boots and trying to overcome this menace that has been plaguing the ocean for the last probably couple of decades. Yeah, Balam menace. Gripping. Phantom Hourglass was nice, but yeah, Balam and Maladies, they were going for that sweet Demon King title, similar to Vati. But all three bosses are just no. I feel like you could have easily just combined Balam, Vati, and Maladies into one antagonist, and it might have been a bit better. So, have one... I love the idea of recurring antagonists, which made Vati's inclusion in Four Swords and Four Swords Adventures a bit better for me. Although, even there, he was still just a puppet of Ganon. Which, I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, Balam and Maladies didn't really have a great character, so to speak. They were just token evil. With Balam being a bit more on the, mindless demonic side of things. Whereas Vati was really cocky. Yeah. Vati had a personality that's like, oh, you can't touch me. Which made his downfall much more appreciated. Or at least so Vati was fun, in the sense that he was very entitled. He was an entitled brat. And while he was, he had some scheming going on. But you could always see that, yeah, Vati will be defeated by Link one way or another. Because he hasn't done Graveblade yet. Oh, good wing, right! Unseen Evils, yeah. One thing that I would advise you... So, I've been dealing with writing for the last year or so. I've been trying to learn the ropes of game writing. So I've kind of started to learn how to and how not to introduce and manage villains. And one thing you should avoid with villains is being formulaic. As in, a formulaic villain is, oh yeah, he appears once at the beginning, only to disappear until the last end. Ganondorf. Like Ganondorf in Wind Waker, Ganondorf in Ocarina of Time. He appeared like once in the beginning, or like at the halfway point, and then just disappeared. That's something that you kind of want to avoid, just because we've had it so often with them. You can have, you absolutely can have villains function when they're just being this like overlooming presence, like Sauron in Lord of the Rings. Really well written, because he's this like almost force of nature type of villain. He's just looming over the entire plot, and one misstep and he could win. But this also means that the villain has to be incredibly powerful. For someone like Sauron, Frodo was not a threat. Similar to how for Ganondorf, in Ocarina of Time, Child Link was not a threat. Final Castle Stone, would you look at that? Which means that in order for those villains to work, these overarching looming threat villains, you need to play up their hubris and then have that hubris be their downfall, because they underestimated the protagonist, or they spared him out of pity once and oh boy, the player is going to make them regret that decision. Or just the protagonist is so insignificant to them that they're not worth the villain's time. That works really well with those, looming overarching villains. And then the type of villain that Vati was designed to be was a villain who acts independently of Link. They are this, Vati is his own character. He acts completely independently of Link. He does his whole side scheming on the side of things, and Link is nothing more than, oh yeah, he's also, he's doing something bad for me, but if I'm planning correctly, he's not going to be an issue. We'll not be doing any of the work. Yeah. And then this like hubris is a downfall. It's the villain trying to turn the protagonist into a lackey, which works some of the time. This I feel like this plot twist or this like plot hook works well if the player doesn't know that they're being deceived. If you really tell the player beforehand to do something and then plot twist, the villain was the villain all along, that's a bit better. I feel like it just rolls off the story better. Going on to Talos Kinstone. Lucy might not be able to pick that up soon. But that's okay. That is a good cloud up spot. And a Bioshock. Yeah, exactly. Like Frank Fontaine with Bioshock. Ideally, the player should have a connection to the villain. The player. Okay, Kato on his webcam is currently playing Ratatouille in the Anton Ego flashback scene with the whole dolly zoom. Oh, that is amazing. Okay, but yeah, Bioshock, that's a great example. So, in order for this, like, oh yeah, you've been the villain's lackey all along plot thing to work, you should have a connection to the who you think, to the villain in disguise. Maybe he's a friend of yours. Maybe he's your mentor. Maybe you're both trying to work for a common goal. That's what made this plot twist so good. Spoiler, I suppose. But yeah, Bioshock's plot twist is amazing. Just in the regard that you actively work for Atlas, and you start to it's a noble goal. You're going in to help his family escape. Yeah, exactly. Protagonists whose goals are close to protagonists but still against them. Let's say, yeah, it's the hunt for the MacGuffin. Indiana Jones, almost all Indiana Jones movies are like that. Both Indy and the antagonists are looking for the same, like, the same plot thing, the same item, the same mysterious thing that may actually be able to destroy the world, whatever. And then we got, yeah, this type of plot also works well. Like gold. Yeah. See with many spots. Exactly. We are the antagonists to the racers. And I feel like Vati kind of works in a similar. I think. Yeah, no. With this isn't the case with Vati, because Vati is looking for the whites for the Force, whereas Link is looking for the Force sword. If Link would be looking for the Force as well, or if Vati would also be looking for the Force sword, that would be a bit better. But I think, the opposed ideas would be, the whole Light Force thing. That's not as bad. It's a bit of a MacGuffin that I need this really powerful thing, but it's a different powerful thing from your powerful thing. That's not bad. I mean, of course, Vati could have also gone for the elements, but then that would make him interfere directly with Link, which would only work well if you would have Vati as a recurring villain within the game, which means that maybe a less powerful Vati would be fighting against Link and seeing who would pick up more elements. Which would have made for an interesting story. But Vati isn't really getting a major power-up until he is in possession of Zelda. Since Vati, when Link first meets Vati, Vati is incredibly powerful. He can turn people to stone. Without a power-up, he can transform Hyrule Castle into Dark Hyrule Castle. He's that powerful. There's Star of Kinstone number 3 for Blizzy. So we're only missing one right now. What other villains are there? Let's see. Got Ganon. Got who was the villain of Zelda 2 again? Shadow Link. Shadow Link was alright for like 1980s game. Zan is great. But it still irks me the wrong way that Zan was then just, once again, Ganondorf's lucky. They could have done without the Ganondorf reveal. Maybe they're working together, but Zan working for Ganon was a bit on the boring side. It was predictable. Also, Zan was just really fun. Zan was this insane usurper. And that's always a fun... No, Zand was Twilight Princess. Scare and Sword was Girahim and Demise, who's like Ganondorf's alter ego. Girahim wasn't too bad. I like Girahim. He also had personality. He was really flashy and, Girahim had an eye for... what was it? Girahim had an eye for presentation, so to speak. He was a proper villain. He was the dude with the half long covered hair and the tongue. Ooh, that's the final Title Kinstone that we know of. So Kato could just go to Fortress and just be in go mode in like a couple of seconds. But yeah, that's no mode now. Yes, that was good, and I feel like his relationship with Midna was also well done. So Zand's and Ganondorf's whole idea was that, I think, let's see, didn't Zand, what was I telling on? So Ganondorf had the Triforce of Power, and he was a sorcerer. I still can't get over the fact Ganondorf is a sorcerer, yet he works with swords. Like, for fuck's sake, you're a sorcerer? Do spells? Yeah, the story between Min and Zan is good. It's your usurper and fallen prince type of thing. And given the fact that Zand actively enslaved his own people for power, so he's managing people in Smash. Yeah, like, dude, Ganondorf, you're a sorcerer king. You get your power from... Actually, where does Ganondorf get his power from? He always just pops up as this really powerful character without... Well, he gets part of his power from the Triforce, but I feel like... the Triforce of Power only really does... all the Triforce of Power does is give him this, like, this Ganon Berserk form. Since I think Ganon, or like the Ganon form of Ganondorf, is really mostly just like a Berserk power-up. Like, oh yeah, last ditch thing. Like, oh yeah, if I don't transform into my angry form now, I will lose. That's kind of all that Ganondorf usually does, apart from... Let's see. I'm really trying to remember. Zelda 1, he had a trident and did like weird... I mean, tridents, yeah, fine, why not? But even then, it was still the pig form, or the boar form. Next I'm gonna pop up was Link to the Past. Also just as Ganon, I think. Again, pig with trident. Yeah, right. Ganondorf is a Gerudo. I mean, yeah. He's Ganondorf. No clue. Maybe it's really just Boar and just his ferocity and his fighting prowess given flesh. Since the Gerudo are like a warrior clan, actually that makes sense. Yeah. So Ganondorf as the prince or as the king of the Gerudos, obviously he would have taken up their like swords fighting training. So that makes sense. But where do the sorcerer things come from? Gerudos aren't really known for their magic, right? Are they? I mean, we've had a Bosa with the lightning themed stuff. But Ganondorf... Does Ganondorf do lightning attacks in his games when he appears? Tunrova. Huh, right, yeah. Tunrova. Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. So, we don't know if Tunrova actually exists in Twilight Princess. But I would also assume that he was brought up by, I don't know, witches there, who knows? Although, never mind, hang on, no, Ganondorf and Twilight Princess is the same one as in Ocarina of Time. I think. Is he? Yeah, I think all the Ganondorfs are the same ones. Tunrova isn't... So, Tunrova isn't the... like... the mother by blood, but rather a foster mother or like, I don't know, mentor figure, I suppose. Or at least the two witches that combine into Tunrova. Yeah. Incarnations. Okay, so it's always the same guy. Yeah, so I would assume it's just really king that had some sorceress or sorceresses. Sorceresses. As like a mentor. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Later then, fall into the hands of evil. Maybe done some own research. We don't really get to actually know Ganondorf apart from Evil Man. He had a bit of a character development in Wind Waker. where he actually second-guessed his motivations of... what was it? His character was... I think he was jealous of Hyrule's prosperity and decided to wage war against it. And then he later reconciled it and was like, okay, yeah, maybe this was a bad idea. And then Wind Waker happens. Well, you know, the fantasy of Wind Waker. Spoiler alert, the king wishes to flush down Ganon like the turd he is. And Ganondorf just snaps. Which, yeah. I don't know, all the other games, it was mostly just Ganon trying to either regain his old power, or maybe re-establishing his kingdom of Gerudo. Come to think of it, in the games where he appears as Ganon, the Gerudos aren't usually there, apart from Breath of the Wild. You know, in there's no Gerudo in Link to the Past, no Gerudos in Zelda 1. Huh, who knows? Maybe we're reading too deep into the cartoony villain for a like, I don't know, an adventure game for like, for I don't know, 12 to 16-year-olds. But yeah, I like the Zelda antagonists. They aren't too bad. Maldus and Balam are like, bottom line. Vati's alright. Ganondorf is, well, it's Ganondorf. There's the vanilla, well, totally not vanilla wind element. Yeah, so all that Lucian needs to do is check Griegel. Let's see when that will happen. Let's see. What other villains are there in Zelda? I should not just defend them because that's a not good. And also Dark Ganondorf. Oh, that's how it works. Okay, right. Antagonist, yeah. Do we have a list of the antagonists somewhere? Let's see. Backstory. Maybe like somewhere down in the bosses in Zelda series. There we go. Characters, demons, yeah. Okay, so on the wiki, there's deities, demons, Ganon, and then giant bosses. Also, thieves. Right, I think Ganondorf was also a thief king. Hang on, Ganondorf. Ganon is a nickname for Ganondorf and the name given to him when he transforms into a boar-like beast. Title, Demon King, Prince of Darkness, King of Thieves. Right, yeah, that was his Ocarina of Time title. The King of Thieves. Mostly probably because of the Gerudo's like culture, I suppose. There's some like Thieves of Arabia type of thing going with him. Great Ganondorf, King of Darkness, King of the Gerudo Thieves, Dark Beast, Dark Lord, Dark Rider, the Beast, Scourge of Hyrule Castle, Lord Ganon, yeah. Playing this game with all girls. Oh man, yeah. At least he's not a Dragonborn. He doesn't have a dragon form just yet. But yeah, let's see what are other bosses. Somebody in boss list somewhere? Enemies, kings, Mammalian enemies, pickle enemies, princes, sorcerers, swordsmen, thieves. Let's just go with bosses. Let's see. Skull Kid. Skull Kid was fun. He didn't get too much characterization, unfortunately. since we don't know if the skill kit of Majora's Mask is the same skill kit as Ocarina of Time, although it's pretty much implied. Skill kit was nice. Pretty much just possessed former allies, I suppose. There's Link's Shadow. Link's Shadow was just like basic. Didn't care for him. Aghanim. What about Aghanim? Aghanim. Dark Wizard who serves as a secondary antagonist. I mean, he was alright. I don't know. Was Aghanim cool? He lacked the pizzazz, as I suppose. You know, he lacked proper motivation apart from, oh yeah, I serve Ganon, the Dark Lord. Aghanim was like just a lackey. Shadow Nightmares is from Link's Awakening, literally just another one of you know, it's like a nightmare given form. Riju is the only true born daughter of Ganon. Riju, who's Riju again? Hang on. Boss of Majora's Mask were fine. Just masks being able to do their own shit. All of Seasons. General Onyx. And Varen. The boss of the Orca games. General of Darkness. Ultimately, Onyx and Varen were also just working for Twin Rover, who were trying to revive Ganon. I mean, I like the designs. Onyx is definitely like a Gerudo warrior general, and Varen also has Gerudo like shoulder pads, if you would call it that. Varen's a Gerudo. They're both Gerudos. Varen's got like red hair, and Onyx is like, you know, clad in Gerudo armor. Oh, I've got to say, Varen's outfit. Ooh, no. That looks uncomfortable. Yeah, and Onyx is really just an iron knuckle. I like the idea of Iron Knuckles being like generals or higher ups in the, probably guess I would call it, picking order. Yeah, they are also Gerudos, right? They are not aligned with... Let's see. Are they aligned with Kingdom of Hyrule? Yeah, oh man. I like the Iron Knuckles. They were a bit more menacing than the Dark Knights. I mean, the Dark Knights of Twilight Princess were nice. But other than that, whenever I think Dark Knight, I just have to think about Hound Demon in in armor. I like the idea that in Twilight Princess they had the whole rapier thing going on. Kato is in go mode, you're right. Yeah, I think Onyx and Varen are Gerudos. With their Gerudo, experience. Hang on, does Aghanim have... Hang on. What does Aghanim have in his artwork? Aghanim has an eye. And welcome to the Raiders from ZSR Run, where you're watching the TMCR Weekly, where we are not paying attention to the game and instead are discussing the multiple antagonists of the Zelda series. Kickstarting with Onyx and Varen from the Orca season, from the Orca games. Did you know both of them have Gerudo sigils on their clothing? Varen has red hair. She's a Gerudo. And Onyx is like literally just a knuckle, an iron knuckle, on an iron knucklehead. Also, Gerudo. Waiting from Ultra. Awesome. Yeah. No, we've been chatting about Ganondorf for quite a while. Yeah, like Ganondorf. So in Oracle season, in the Oracle games, it's literally just a few Gerudos trying to revive Ganondorf or trying to bring him back. I don't know. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, I'm currently taking a look at Aghanim's design, and Aghanim doesn't strike me as a Gerudo. He's got like an eye insignia, which makes me think of the Sheikah, but he's lacking the red eyes. He's got like grey eyes. He just screams colorful necromancer to me, to be honest. Sounds like it, yeah. Let's see, where are we? Aghanim, 4 swords. Well, we've got Vati. Vati's, our favorite wannabe demon king. So, well, sorcerer, I suppose. Yeah, so Katos and Gomod. The races were established. Yeah, I would assume so. But just from the design, I would assume that he's probably like supposed to be a Sheikah or something like it. Just because of his eye thingy. Actually, does it say anywhere? Dark Wizard who serves as secondary antagonist. Oh, okay. Well, many believe him to be a pawn of Ganon. He's revealed to be the demon's alter ego. Yeah. Ganon exists until Ut. Yeah. Right, these all were enemies in like Zelda 1, 2, and whatnot. And then Link to the Past. Oh, so Aghanim is literally just Ganon in disguise. Yeah, we were just going down like the major antagonists. We've been gossiping about Balam and Malladis about being on like the bottom of the tier list because they have almost no character to speak of. Or at least none that we know of. Balam really is like the animalistic, I don't know, hunger-given form, I suppose. Vati has like a sense of the dramatic, which we all kind of, we really appreciate that. Like Vati is so extra that he just gloats in front of the king before he just turns him to stone. Not to mention he curses his own mentor out of spite. Let's see, who else do we have? Vati, we've got Ganondorf. Nobody about him. Ganondorf, Vati, Ganon, Zand. Zand was fun. We already talked about him. Talked about Balam and Malladis. Demise. Once again, probably just, demon that later reincarnated into Ganon. We've got Yuga. Yuga really was just the... Yuga from Link to Between Worlds. I feel like he was just the other world standard for Aghanim. Yeah, he has done the 7 stages. The 7 sages from Link to the Past. Oh, right, yeah, so Yuga tried to resurrect Ganon. It's literally just Ganon, just like Aghanim 2.0. Is Yuga a Gerudo? No, I don't think so. Nah. Sorcerer of Lowell. Dungeons, weaknesses, voice actor. Yuga wasn't too bad. Yuga had a bit of, Yuga had a bit of style. The counterpart of a Gerudo. Yeah, either that or the counterpart of like Ganon. Didn't Yuga went to Hyrule specifically to resurrect Ganon from Hyrule? Because Ganon has the Triforce of Power, which Yuga doesn't have, because Yuga, because no Triforce in low world. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Let's see, who else do we have? Can't say anything about Triforce Heroes. Let's see, the lady, primary antagonist, a witch of the Drablands. Yeah, just, your average witch, I suppose. And then we've got Calamity Ganon. The absolute snore. Oh. Like, yeah, I get the idea behind Calamity Ganon. But, man, he had, I don't know. He was a letdown. It was just, oh yeah, Wrath and Malice personified. And no character whatsoever to speak of. Yeah, Calamity Ganon is like close to Balan. Literally just like a one-trick mind thing. And Bluesy is fluting away. No! Get back to Griggle. Demise had style. Demise was good, yeah. I liked him. Demise had, what do you call it? He just seemed really ancient. Like, he knew what he was doing, and he knew what he had to do. And then he kind of just kickstarts the entire Ganondorf curse thing. Also his design. Burly, muscly dude. I don't dislike it. Let's see. What does Fire have to say about Demise? This eternal being has conquered time itself. It is the source of all monsters. According to tales passed down from generations, it appears differently in each epoch and to each person who lays eyes on it. Demise has... with that little thing, Demise has a bit of like eldritch horror to it. Or to him. Which, I like it. Let's see. Second phase. Electric energy. One gacha checks, yeah. Background. Eternal entity who had conquered time itself. I like that. Yeah, no, I liked Demise, but it was only. I like the plot twist that the imprison that that you fight the entire time is basically just Demise. It's you trying to uphold the seal. Face of Evil. One thing worth mentioning. So, I'm studying game design. And we have a game history class where we were divided into groups, and each group was given like a really old game genre, like I don't know, Rogue. I had Rogue, for example, with the roguelikes, and then another group had multimedia games, and the first example they brought up was the Philips CDI. I burst out laughing when they talked about Zelda. They talked about the Zelda CDI games, and they were they They didn't know, man. They didn't know. Oh. So they were completely unaffiliated with the Zelda franchise. Barely... Yeah. And then, boom, Zelda CDI. And I just... I could feel just my jaw drop while they were presenting the CDI games. With they actually did gameplay of it. They found the emulator for it, and they actually played it for like, I don't know, 1 or 2 minutes, just so that the other people in the class got an idea of it. And the one thing they mentioned about the CDI games was that for the time they had fairly good graphics, but that was about it. Like, you know, the backdrops, not so much the animations. Since the CDI games they released, hang on, when they were released? They were released in 1993. Yeah. So as far as I know, back when they were released, they had fairly alright perception, or like, you know, fairly alright. They were a bit alright. They had good graphics, and back then everything was like, oh my god, these graphics are so realistic. But then after it became apparent that a game is not only just graphics. Yeah. I don't know. The CDI games were wild. I think I played the first one, like, I played, was it? I think it was Face of Evil for like 10 minutes, and then I just stopped playing it. The memes are great, yeah. Yeah, also I've heard that the CDI games just had way too long loading times. Because, well, guess what? The Philips CDI wasn't made for games. It's the same as those games that you could play on like really old Creators Edition DVDs from like Disney movies and whatnot, where they had like, I don't know, interactive games and riddles and puzzles and quests and whatnot. Quizzes. There we go. I think I remember one of the Pokemon movies having something like that. Who's that Pokemon? Bluesy's back in droplets. Dude, go to Google. You were so close to it. Ah. Oops. Get my microphone. Hang on. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh, what did you... Yeah, Bluesy's really doing every goth check apart from Griggle. Let's see. Kayakato's still fed up. Bluesy doing Blue Chew. I mean, it's in his name, Blue. I guess that checks out. And Blue Chew has and so for us. Rock Breaker! Oh, right. Kato has that too. Rock Breaker. Yes! Oh, Bluesy! No! He's doing Octo. Okay, just quickly to reiterate, Octo will have nothing. Bluesy is on 11 scrolls. Like, the most Octo could have is the Mirror Shield. We already have everything. Or like, I don't know, a butterfly. The butterfly. Hell no, never mind. Oh, can't do that. Something tells me that Bluesy mismarked his tracker and wheel. I don't know where the shield was, I don't know. Sorry. Oh, okay. Right, then Harpies it is, I guess. That would be key. If you were to get one, please hurry up. But yeah, okay, so, for those who don't know Minish Randomizer, first of all, welcome. Second of all, now is the time for the big key bet, and for Dark Hyrule Castle. So, Dark Hyrule Castle has 9 chests, but 1 big key. We're gonna follow Kato through his way through Dark Hyrule Castle, and we will follow him and his misadventures and try to guess the amount of checks that he will check before he actually gets his big key. So once the bed opens, hopefully, you need to bet. Yeah, also join our Discord. But yeah, trust is deafened, so he can't hear us. Okay, well, guess that it's no bet for us, I suppose. Oh, yeah, no, we don't have to accept bets right now. The bet wasn't started, and at this point it's almost too late. So unless the bet starts sometime, I mean, you can still bet and then I'll just follow along. King. Well, we're gonna find out if it's king. Oh boy. What is it? It's a small key. Okay, it's not the king. And Bluesy will be very disappointed by Octo. In 3, 2, 1. There we go. Sorry, Bluesy. Wasn't Octo. He's having a good old time right now. But yeah, so it's not 1, it's not 2 for Kato. Maybe it's 3. You know, Zelda has a history with the number 3. By force. You know, it's the rule of 3. Which is a very good rule. You should all incorporate the rule of 3 into your daily lives. Somehow, I guess. Hey. Okay, so it's not 3 for Kato, and it's now 5 for Bluesy. Let's see. Yonisman, going to the raid. Hang on, why did you forfeit? What happened? What did you do? What did you break? Ah, okay. Yeah, Google won. If it makes you feel better, Bluesy found that kinstone about a minute ago. Maybe 2 tops. Bluesy actually did Octo before Griggle. Of course you did. Yeah, Griggle, I mean, okay, so Kato got Griggle fairly early. Kato got Griggle really, in a very early house. Didn't the house have the sword? Oh boy, this one. And you're still wondering while you're a complete wild card? Boy. Go. Hang on, yeah, what is early house, if not Link's house? Explain, Desmond. Is Link's house not early house? That anything? Oh, Wind Drive. Ugh. Ballant. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, looking at... Oh, that's where the butterfly was. And from the fact that Kato is on his way to the terrace, that means that it is also not a 4. So, yeah. Yeah. Glücksschmetterling. Yeah, sometimes the German the German translations are a bit on the longer side. Glücksschmetterling, basically lucky butterfly. No, it's let's say okay. There's, I mean, Asta and Tabanta are fairly well. So the secret world of Tabantha, that's Casterwald's name in German. It's a nice word. Okay, yeah, it also sounds like you're, I don't know, Glücksschmetterling, it's one of those hard-pronounced German words. So if you really want to go the extra mile, you call it Glücksschmetterling. And GG's to Huffpa finishing in first place. And there is the big key for Kato. Ooh. I think that was a 5. So whoever bet 5, congrats, you won a wet biscuit. GG's to Huffpa. Yeah, I guess so. Oh boy. Oh. Yeah, not a sub 2, but still a baby seed. Like, we had like one, we really had just one curveball, like maybe 2. With that curveball being moments in Deepwood and, well, cast the Cloud Skin Stone at Wiggle. Everything else was really nice, to be honest. And Ogni finishing with a second with a time of 2:14. Just 2 minutes behind Hufflepuff. Kato missing the dark clouds, I suppose, being a bit late on the cycle here. Kato's having a really rough time with Vati, not gonna lie. Vati's doing this, Kato is trying his best, but yeah, it do be like that sometimes. Vati's doing Vati things, yeah. We do have that similarness going on between Vati and Loki. Not Loki, but Loki. The god of mischief, probably a half god. At least the depiction by Tom Hiddleston with the fashionable trickster god. Let's see. Vati 2 is Vati 2 is not too difficult right now. Let's see. And that's about it done. And next up, again, the rule of 3. Good old Vati 3. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just. There's not much to commentate. We all know how Vati works at this point. We've seen him do his thing today for the 501st time, at least according to race time, because this is the 501st race in the Minish Cap Randomizer category. So hooray on that, I suppose. But after half a thousand times, we kind of get the gist, don't we? Kato's having some difficulties with finding the eye, though. Come on. No! He gets ejected. Yeah, meanwhile, Blizzy is right about now starting the fight with George. Let's see. Maybe. Yep, Kato gets it second time around. Next step are the dreaded eyes. Gets the first hit done. Prepares for number 2. Couple swipes to measure distance. Ooh, doesn't get the second one. Third time works. Now just one more. And doesn't get it. Nope. Time to go for number 4. Meanwhile, Blizzy's has finished up York. We'll be getting his final element, and GG's to Kato, finishing with a time of 2:19:50 something. And GG's to Kato for that. Let's see if they'll be coming in for an interview. And I will need to actually quickly close my window and turn on the lightning because I can't see my keyboard and I can't properly type right now. Hang on. That's all part of the experience. Right. Oh, got light. I can see. Ugh. Imagine light to type. If you've got a big microphone in front of your keyboard, it's kinda nice. Get an RGB. Never. I will never get an RGB keyboard. Ugh. I still trust in my, like, I don't know, $20 knockoff keyboard from somewhere that I've bought, I don't know, years ago. It still works. It's still good. Okay. I don't know if Kato is gonna go for an interview. He is not responding in race chat. And I don't understand his language. Is that Portuguese? I think it's Portuguese. Yeah, I've got no clue about Portuguese. Okay. Right. Blizzy's just starting Darko Castle. I don't know if we want to keep watching for the next... It's gonna take like 15 minutes. Or if we just want to raid him. But considering we've got the big man himself in chat right now, what do you think, Therese?
I'm fine raiding over, if you prefer that. I mean, we basically seen everything the seed has to offer at this point.
Yeah,
so
yeah, we kind of do.
Fine with me. So in that
Awesome.
case,
Yeah, then let's send him over.
yeah. Before we leave, just a big, gigantic shout out to both Hendris and to Nimbus. Week after week after week after week after week after week, we see either one of the two or both volunteer. And without the two, there basically would be no weekly coverage right now, or wouldn't have been for the past few months. So, just quickly want to take a second to thank you all, or you two, for being around.
Yeah, happy to help.
Actually, Kato just said yes to the interview part, so we might want to go down.
Yeah, we can have a couple more minutes. Yo, Kato, GG's.
GG's. Hi.
So, what do you think of this baby seed?
Very nice seed. Just
No baby, yeah.
questions, but very nice. Whose seed was?
Yeah, it's we had very early everything. And
Yeah.
then we just funny enough, both Bluesy and Nesman kind of forgot about Griegel.
Oh, that was yeah.
Yeah, Griegel.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting the Kingston and Gregal. Nah, yeah, I think Gregal is one of the things you usually forgot about the existence.
Yep. Yeah, it actually is one of my seeds. I I don't know what happened. The last two seeds I've rolled were both just really baby seeds, and I don't like it. It scares me.
Your seeds are getting weird. It's not the classic Kendra seed. It's like early everything, and there is something, just a small thing, that keeps Kendra essence.
Yeah, no, it's I don't know.
Yeah, I was expecting someone to finish around the 2-hour mark because how I forgot about Goosyard and having meats in Deepwood. Well, this is the 2-hour mark.
Yeah, we had. Apart from the curveball, there was the moments, and maybe your boots and your lamp, which took quite a bit. Wasn't too bad.
Well, honestly, that's right. It wasn't that bad. I got everything else.
Blizzy got the lamp fairly early, but then he, just didn't get the. Took Blizzy ages to get to Darko to get to Quennel.
To Quennel?
Yeah, Quennel. Quennel took him a while to get to. Yeah, and the rest very similar to your outing, apart from the Kinstone.
Yeah, Kingston's were. And I gonna assume he full clear Fortress because of that. Yeah. Yeah. That was one of the things I was thinking of. If going to Cloudtops before Fortress was a good or a bad play, but thinking about the Kingston in Vale Falls and then the last Kingston in Fortress was like, okay, go mode, forgot about everything else in Fortress.
Yep. Yeah, and I think that's actually it, isn't it? We were just starting to prepare raiding Blizzy.
Yeah.
So I think we'll just continue on with that plan.
Okay.
Choice is still definite. Just shoot a big man a message.
Yep, I'm here.
Oh, he's here, okay.
I'm here. Alrighty then, so thank you all for watching. Thank you so much, Carter, for making it to the race and being on the restream. And again, thank you all for watching. That's it for this weekend. It's been a quiet weekend, as we said. Gonna be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, Monday 8 p.m. Eastern, with the Link to Fast Randomizer Challenge Cup Group B. And then on Tuesday, so far only a Z2R doubleheader, but I'm sure there's gonna be more. Thank you all for watching. Take it easy. And that's it for today. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye.